Hey everyone, I'm Sneha Mashetty and welcome to my channel, The Girl with an Opinion. In this space, I talk about a bunch of things like books, movies, travel, productivity and finance tips, and a lot more. So if any of these topics interest you, consider subscribing to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Recently, a couple of friends, my husband and I, visited the Tadoba Tiger Reserve to experience the jungle safari. The calmness that we felt in the jungle, the adrenaline rush we experienced when we were racing to spot the tiger, and the realization that we are a small part of a big picture is something everyone should experience. In today's video, I'm going to share a few tips and recommendations based on our experience in Tadoba. So let's get started. We drove to Tadoba from Hyderabad and it took us approximately 8.5 hours to get there. We started early in the morning at around 4:30 a.m. But I recommend that you start a little later if you're starting from Hyderabad, maybe at around 5 a.m. ish, because after you cross the ring road, there's a little bit of construction and the roads are narrow, so the daylight will definitely help in the driving. And with regard to food, there are not many good restaurant options on the highway. So if you don't want to take a detour into any major towns, I suggest that you carry good amount of snacks and a few energy bars to keep you going. The road from Telangana border to Chandrapur was a bit rough on our backs, but we noticed that new roads were being laid. So if you're traveling after a few months, hopefully you can expect better roads. However, the stretch from Chandrapur to Tadoba is a very beautiful and scenic one. Tadoba is a remote location, so if you want to pick up any essentials for your stay, Chandrapur is where you should halt to get those essentials. It is a fairly big industrial town, so anything that you need, you'll definitely get there. Except for the safari, there is not much to do in the close vicinity of Tadoba. So I suggest that you stay in a nice resort property so that you can unwind and relax. We stayed in Red Earth at Tadoba and I would recommend it to anyone going there. They had a big property with rustic and nicely designed cottages with private pools. Our friends and we really enjoyed the stay there, indulged in good food, chilled at the pool, and stargazed. We took an all inclusive package which included all the meals, and the food was really delicious. I must admit that I didn't expect it to be that great, but we were thoroughly surprised. The staff at the resort were very helpful and hospitable, and when they came to know that Hari and I were celebrating our fourth wedding anniversary, they baked us a little cake and surprised us. Tadoba Tiger Reserve is the largest and the oldest tiger reserve in Maharashtra, spanning over 600 kilometers. March to May is said to be the best time to visit the reserve because the tigers come out in the open to quench their thirst and cool themselves down and take a dip in the water. There are many entrances or gates to enter the tiger reserve. I recommend that you check the closest one to your resort and book accordingly. Please book your safaris well in advance online because they are a lot in demand. The gates that were close to our resort property were Zari Kor and Zari Pet, which are also very popular among wildlife enthusiasts. They offer both morning and afternoon safaris. Each safari lasts for about 4 hours, and I would definitely recommend that you do a minimum of 2 safaris at different times and from different gates to experience multiple terrains and also to improve your chances of spotting a tiger. Our first safari was a morning safari from Zarikor, and we got a chance to see many animals like the wild boar, langurs, spotted deers, and beautiful birds like peacocks, Indian rollers, jungle fowl, and a lot more. Sadly, we were not able to spot a tiger, even though we waited in multiple locations where there were callings. We were able to see pug marks, but not the tiger itself. Our second safari was in the afternoon from Zaripet, and this terrain was very different compared to the morning safari. It was much more dense and wild, and we had a chance to see many more animals like Indian gaur, barking deer, a few more spotted deer, and of course, many beautiful birds as well. How these safaris work is that many gypsies enter a zone at any given point of time and they spread out. The forest guards in all these gypsies communicate with each other and tell where there's a chance of spotting a tiger or where there are callings. And once this communication happens, they tell you, Madam Pakdo, and then a roller coaster ride begins on a terrain that is so wild and so crazy. It is an experience that everyone should have. After many such roller coaster rides later, we got a call and raced on roads that did not exist. Finally, we had the privilege to see Mowgli, one of the biggest male tigers in Tadoba, and he was just chilling for 5 to 10 minutes and put on a show for us. He rolled over his stomach, drank water, and established territory. It was the first tiger sighting for us in the wild, and it felt so great that I cannot even articulate in words. We started hugging each other and felt like we achieved some major milestone. Please go with an open mind because, tiger spotting or not, a jungle safari is a great experience. The open jeep, the chases, and the chance to spot so many different species is an exhilarating experience and a must try. If you're doing a morning safari, it gets very chilly, so you might want to wear your jacket. Also, definitely carry something to cover your face during the safari because at the end of it, you will be covered in dust. Of course, apply a lot of sunscreen if you're doing the afternoon safari. Phones are not allowed inside the jungle, so if you want to capture these animals, you might want to carry a camera. If you want a completely disconnected experience, you might want to carry an Airtel SIM because you will have zero signal. But if you want to be connected a tiny bit to civilization, a Geo SIM will help. However, all the resorts have decent Wi-Fi, so you should be okay. I hope this video motivates you to experience a jungle safari. If you like this video, please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Before you go, take a look at our tiger at home.